so glad that you decided to come to another session, and remember that I want you to be wealthy. Here is the problem. A long time ago in a faraway land, I was very forgetful. I had a hard time remembering stuff, important dates, appointments, anniversaries, names, where my keys were, and why did I walk into this room? I know that I'm here for something. It's kind of like the days when you smoke marijuana, do recreational drugs, drink a lot of alcohol. You can't really remember what was going on. And the primary reason is that you really weren't present. So that right there is the key to remembering. So one of the things that is tragic, and it's not really your fault, and that's the digital age. Things are happening really quickly. Everything is edited in 4 to 6 seconds, and it's very fast paced. On TikTok, the videos go very quickly. The movies, they move rather quickly as far as the editing, the same way with the news that we watch. Everything's happening very quick, and it's all due to an attention span between 20 seconds and 30 seconds. All right, part of the reason that we can't remember what we ate for lunch is because we weren't there. It was so bad, and I can remember what I ate for lunch, and the reason why is I don't eat junk. If I'm not enjoying the meal and I don't feel that it tastes good and the textures are there, or even the company, I'm going to bail out on that particular lunch. We can't remember what day it is. Well, the reason why is you're on vacation. If you hadn't retired and you weren't on vacation, you'd remember what day it is because it's coming up payday. See, you're going to remember that. You're always going to remember that because that financial is a big hook. So, a lot of what we are doing is, in order to help our memory, is going to this thing. Well, all our phone numbers are in here. All our contacts are in here. All our appointments are in here. And guess what? We don't have anything up here. Can you remember any of the phone numbers of the people that you love, and that if you were stranded on a desert island and you needed to make a phone call, a pay phone call, that you'd be able to remember their phone numbers? Or what happens if this thing dies? It's tragic. So one of the things that we really need to understand is that if you're forgetting financial issues, you're forgetting anniversaries, you're forgetting appointments and dates where you're involved with a partner and you have an intimate relationship, well, they aren't going to be very responsive in the bedroom. A long time ago in a faraway land, I would have a conversation with a loved one and hang up the phone and get in the car, arrive, and realize that I had forgotten what I was supposed to bring for them. They didn't feel respected. They didn't feel that they could trust me with anything. They also didn't feel that I was appreciative or respectful towards them. So guess what? That relationship was on the edge, and there wasn't a lot happening in the bedroom. So what we need to do is realize that if we are taking care of the financial issues, because we remember the dates, we remember to pay the bills, we remember how much money that we've got in our account, your partner's going to be a little bit more responsive. In a conversation. This is the one I love, Pulp Fiction. It is the conversation between John Travolta's character and the femme fatale. And she's asking him, because he's going to babysit her, do you listen or do you wait to respond? Well, if you're always waiting to respond, you're not present. You're not in the conversation. You're waiting to respond. You're saying to yourself, oh yeah, I got to remember this. Oh, I got to remember that. Well, here is what we need to do. We need to look towards alternate. We need to change our lifestyle a little bit. And I mentioned earlier, make it important. Be present. There's a couple of really quick things. I can remember up to 30 people's names and have them all memorized within 10 minutes. And the reason why is because I want to. I am determined to. If you really want to remember stuff, you can, because you can tell your brain this is important and be intentional. Now, one of the things is that when those people leave, no, I don't necessarily remember them. Another thing is that you need to not put your pressure on yourself trying to remember something. If you say, did you see that movie about Pulp Fiction? And you can't remember Pulp Fiction, well, relax. Say something like this: I'll remember in 10 seconds. And what will happen is your brain will be working in the background and come up with Pulp Fiction. Have you ever been in the situation where you're in a conversation and you wanted to say something and it was important, and then you walked away and bingo, right there it was? Well, that's because we're putting too much pressure. Stop multitasking. You're not efficient, you're not effective, you're not doing your job when you're multitasking. When you are focused and present and intentional, that's when you get the most done. Take some relaxation. Allow your mind to really start to relax. An example would be yoga, Reiki healing, meditation, have sex. That's my favorite way. Be intentional in everything you do. So go ahead and comment. Call me for Reiki healing or Kabbalah healing, because we can increase the amount of things that you remember. It's important. Go ahead and comment if you remember that you need to comment on this particular video. You have a great day.